Welcome pencil aficionados to Wood and Graphite, the #2 pencil-based video channel on the internet. Today we're taking a look at an American pencil, the Cedar Pointe No. 333 HB pencil from General Pencil Company. I grabbed a 12-pack of Cedar Points from my local art shop, Fred Aldis in Manchester, for the princely sum of £3.27, which makes these beauties about 27 pence each. If you happen to be of the American persuasion, pencils.com carry these for $7.20 for a pack of 12, averaging out at about 60 cents per pencil. Upon opening the box, I'm greeted by a dozen sharpened pencils with small, nubbly little factory points. But stick this bad boy in your Kum automatic 2-hole sharpener and you'll get a vicious looking sharpened implement. Using a good quality sharpener is key here because the point that you get is as much the fault of the sharpener as it is the fault of the wood. So good sharpener plus good wood equals nice point. Speaking of point, this is a strong point that stands up really well to continuous writing. I don't sketch that much, but this is a fine pencil for taking notes. Paired with some quality paper like my Rhodia dot pad, you get a smooth and enjoyable writing experience. I often find myself rotating the point in my hand to find the sharpest edge, which makes it last a little bit longer, but the blunted point is still pretty effective for long form writing. The Cedar Pointe is listed as a 2HB, which is some weird amalgam of the US and European grading systems. It's essentially middle of the road, standard for writing pencils and especially for use in schools and the education system in general. Compared with the Blackwing 602 or the Norris 2B, it's definitely the lightest, but that's to be expected because the HB is a lighter pencil. I'm a righty, so I don't suffer from smudging as much as my southpaw brethren. But surprisingly, the Cedar Pointe does tend to smudge more than the Blackwing and the Norris in my experience, with shaded areas and writing suffering pretty badly from both. The attached black eraser gives a pretty decent performance and lasts almost as long as the pencil, but that might be due to my writing style where I don't really use the eraser all that much. However, it does leave significantly more dust than the Razoplast. The HP is light enough that it normally doesn't leave much of an imprint when you erase it. As ever, the harder you lean, the harder it's going to be to get rid of those pencil marks. The Cedar Pointe is a natural wood pencil and it's a joy to hold in your hand. It's very easy to forget that you're holding a stick of incense cedar when you're used to lacquered pencils. It's quite nice to be reminded that you're holding a part of a tree from the misty forests of Oregon. It's a decent weight in the hand, the ferrule and the eraser don't throw off the balance, it feels good. And it's important to note that this is not a premium pencil, these are cheap pencils and the finish as such is not perfect. The imprinting kind of comes off if you rub it a little bit and it's missing sometimes on the various ones I've looked at. And the ferrule does show some signs of cutting into the hex where it's being clinched on at the top. So what are my final thoughts on the Cedar Pointe from Generals? Don't let its humble appearance fool you. The Cedar Pointe is a great pencil and it's really nice to write with. The attached eraser is good enough to warrant inclusion and it takes and holds a point like a champ. The unfinished barrel is soft and it could be harsh to those who are used to a smoother lacquer. Personally, I'm a big fan of the unfinished wood feel. The Cedar Pointe is an unassuming pencil that bats way above its price point. It's not got the heritage of a Blackwing or the performance of a Mono 100, but it looks great and it writes well while it's doing it. I find it's ideal to keep in your top pocket as a go-to pencil, but also really good for giving away. It's cheap enough that it won't sting to gift it to someone, and it's perfect for starting a friend on the slippery slope of pencil addiction.